Hey, ladies and jerks. We're early.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey,
Jerks.
Hi. All
How are you
right.
guys?
Yeah, we got all of our ducks in a row here a little bit early. I guess
Quack, quack,
Ky-
quack, quack, quack.
Kylie was found. Rest in peace, Kylie. So I guess everybody is watching footage of that. So I guess we're not gonna expect a crowd here. So also kind of want to get this done early because just the receipts. And thank you, ASAP Pocky. Is that right? For the tip posted on her community page an hour ago. I have received the information needed to fully confirm the email sent by Six Up Media to a viewer. A premiere tonight. A premiere will be released tonight. So
Oh,
people.
goody, another hostage situation.
Yeah, so I guess people are anticipating that. I'm curious about what the email says. I 1,000,000% believe in that. I totally without. I don't even need to see the receipts. I
At
think
this point, I'm kind of meh.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. No, it was very sad for her though. That oh my god, when she got on panel, that was like it. I didn't want
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
to
yeah, for
bed
her.
that night, and just
For
knowing that
Annette, for Annette, I have,
for Annette,
yeah,
yes,
yeah. But
just knowing, huh? Good.
I have complete sympathy for Annette and everything that she's been through for sure. My meh falls into the excitement over just the receipts big reveals anymore. They're duds.
Yeah, hopefully
They're
this one will
duds.
be right to the point. But I did not want to go to sleep that night because just knowing that she was alone and vulnerable. But it sucks because whether regardless of oh DJ there.
Got some dogs with something to say, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, me unmute when you're ready to talk, okay? Ooh, lots of background noise there. Oh, what was I talking about now? Oh, regardless of how anybody feels about a particular creator, the people in the chat, they kind of form a community. And
Mm-hmm.
once there's that fallout, I guess you're kind of left without a community. Because I noticed that here, I see a lot of names in chat who kind of were in different communities within the community, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it
And then
does make sense.
when there's a fallout, like they have no place to go. You lost your community. So knowing that this vulnerable woman was on the internet with no place to go, that was just heartbreaking. And then
Yeah.
knowing that she was suffering already because of what was said about Kim and that
And
whole
being
business.
concerned about speaking out and the
Yes, the
backlash
fear.
that occurs when you do that. Um, but yeah, but then just there we go, right there. You've got the comment.
Why did she private her
The
first live? I'm
Yeah, she
gonna
privated that
assume.
before she ran it for hours and then privated it before people that missed it could see it.
Yeah,
Why?
well, we got it.
Yeah, I know, but
But
why?
where I'm kind of struggling a little bit is if she's, and I mean just the receipts, if she is legitimately fearful or scared, then, I kind of feel a certain way about rehashing everything. Like, in a way, it kind of feels like I'm victimizing her a little bit. But it's kind of
Oh,
owed to the community who did not get to hear it, what was said. People need to know.
yes. Yeah, people aren't always able to be on when somebody goes live. They're not always able to view YouTube then
And then to
um,
sit for 5 hours
and read
that
every comment
that late at
coming
night,
across, but
I do
not.
not want to hear anybody ever complain again about a creator not finishing sentences not getting to a point, getting distracted, because apparently y'all do it. I had to cut a 6 solid minutes of just irrelevant stuff in between sentences to try to condense it. Because instead of just playing a live, it's going to suck up all your airtime. You were going to sit here for 4 hours just to get to, the relevant parts. And then not everybody has that amount of time to invest. So they're going to miss it. So I tried to clip the relevant stuff and I don't want to say the good parts, but some of the more profound statements to condense it a little bit so it's easier to digest and we don't have to skip ahead through a lot of the stuff. But you know what that live reminded me of? Anybody here, has anybody seen the Stephanie Lazarus interrogation video? Anybody?
She's a maniac.
Stephanie Lazarus, LAPD, former LAPD, because she's in prison now, former LAPD cop who murdered a romantic rival back in the 80s. Her ex-fling got married. The woman ended up dead. They thought it was a robbery. Everybody's saying yes. Yeah, so when they finally caught up with her in 2009, I believe it was, the cold case guys took it out of the filing cabinet and blew the dust off. And they tested the DNA that was found on this woman's arm because dumbass Stephanie bit her. And they swabbed it, but they didn't have the technology in 1986 to isolate DNA. So anyway, they knew it was her. They had indisputable evidence that it was her, but the way she answered the questions was absolutely ridiculous. Like, Stephanie,
well, she first came into that interview like thinking this was friendly,
Yeah, thinking it was about an art theft. They wanted to consult her on art theft because she still was in the department at that time, but she had like a cushy desk job. She wasn't on the beat back then. But yeah, she had no idea. So they completely caught her off guard. And they'd ask her something like, well, when's the last time you spoke to John? Well, I was in the UCLA dorms in 1987. And then there was Ashley and Johan and Crystal was with us. And we took a trip to Hawaii and I got my skis wet. Just the crazy shit came out of her mouth. And the clip I'm about to play kind of breaks down why. And I have to wonder if just the receipts was feeling that kind of pressure, which I'm sure she was. Hold on, let me pull this up here. He explains it. Stephanie Lazarus.
We dated. I dated other guys. I'm sure he dated other girls.
Well, let me ask you, roughly how long would you say you guys dated?
Jeez.
Everybody hear that okay?
You could probably turn it up a little.
Notice how she now goes on to over-explain things that don't require an explanation and weren't even inquired about.
That's better.
It's a clear-cut indication of hyperarousal and a derivative of TMT, also known as terror management theory. The suspect will go off on unrelated tangents as means for gaining momentary relief. Going into detail about trivial things affords her a brief escape from the terrifying reality eventuating before her. This is a very common occurrence in interrogations where the suspect is facing serious charges, and psychiatrists believe it to be a subconscious coping mechanism.
I started school there in 78. I started UCLA in 1978. I graduated in 82. I don't even remember what year he graduated, if it was a year or two before me.
Answer the question, lady.
And that was in response to, how long did you date John? So she just completely goes off on an unrelated tangent, which I guess could very well be because she's terrified. Maybe she's afraid of the backlash she might receive. I'm not quite buying that it's because she feels badly about exposing a peer, because that's not sit in the
Well,
voluntary.
or that she needed to wait for this headers for the email, because she has put out so much on so much less.
Right. And showed
Just
no receipts at
no
all.
receipts whatsoever. Yeah. I don't believe her. I'm sorry. I don't believe that was the reason.
All right. See if DJ is ready to. I'll unmute.
Is this better?
Mic sounds so much better, DJ.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. Are we ready to get into this here?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now, if I mute your mic, just unmute it when you're ready to speak, okay?
Okay.
This took me forever. Some people speculated as to why it was drug out so long. Was it ad revenue, which doesn't make sense because she made it private. For a while there, I kind of wondered if it was just to fuck with people that tried to download it and play it later. But now I'm kind of wondering, maybe she is afraid.
This is a discussion about a creator. What I think.
And this is not in any particular order in the beginning. I start off getting right to the meat and potatoes, where she basically says there's money being scammed, and then it goes to Annette's clip, and then it goes back to the beginning, but we'll get there.
People need to be warned about. Good, Nikki. She's not a fan, she's a subscriber. I like it. I like it. All right, so we have the declaration. I've never asked for a lawyer. I was sent the email. I've seen it. I am not going to show it tonight, and I know that is going to upset a good many of you. Someone received an email directly asking for money. So this wasn't a moderator post in a chat or a Discord or anything public at all. This was someone that was directly contacted.
Okay, so she's saying here that Six Up Media directly contacted, she emailed, and who we now know is Annette. So she directly, privately contacted Annette with a
Via
request
email.
Via email with a request for money.
Possibly targeted.
She was targeted.
Where the issue is. I don't know how many people were contacted directly. If you were contacted directly, this probably happened sometime in April, and you want to let me know. You don't have to be identified. I am going to ask for receipts though. So this video was not too long ago. This was maybe a week ago or so. This has been since.
I don't know what part she's talking about here about a video. I'm lost.
Can you guys see down in the chat where just the receipts is talking?
Yeah, she said she does not want to be named, so I'm gonna have to go back and edit that out. But yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Refer to her as the person.
Try to respect them.
I believe this is privated completely now. And when I heard this, I realized how easily the lie came out. The lie just, was very easily just slid right out.
They usually do, unfortunately.
And when someone can lie that easily, I just wonder what else are they lying about? If it doesn't sound any different from everything else that they're saying, there's no hesitation, it's not, oh, no, not me, I didn't. Well, I know you did. And this was recently, I don't even remember. It was probably last week when this happened. I don't need to see the email. I believe you because you've struggled too much for this not to be true. But
right, I don't need to see it either. Very curious as to what it says, the tone, how she tries to justify requesting money. But no, I believe it.
Everyone, people need to request receipts.
And yeah, people do need to request receipts. But I think once, remember how I spoke about people, you have a sense of community within a community, and you learn pretty quick who's credible, who's not credible, who you can trust. Like, there are people that I will give my credit card number to because I trust them that much. But yeah, so apparently this was a very trustworthy and credible person.
Just the receipt says the email will be up in an hour. But
In an
will it
hour.
really? She might go live in an hour. But will the email be up in an hour, or will we sit for hours?
Well, it's supposed to be a premiere, so I think like a premiere is when you do the pre-recorded video, and then when you upload it, it gives you at like the last second, it gives you the option of a premiere. So we'll see, I guess.
We'll see, I guess.
I believe it. Okay, listen. I got the email. I received screenshots. I have no question in my mind that this is legitimate. I have no question. So I check receipts, okay? I verify. So yeah, I could show you an email. I've already blacked out the pertinent information. I could put it up on the screen. For me, the allegation of a creator emailing people directly, asking for money for something that they're not going to use it for, or money just in general, is a very serious allegation. I believe the email, okay? I believe the person, I believe the email. I need one more bit of...
Just the receipt says, for victims who come out, they are vulnerable. We didn't plan for her to come on panel. The next day, many victims had second thoughts. Absolutely. Everybody's terrified. I mean, everybody in this community has seen for themselves what this crazy woman is capable of. So I absolutely see why she was like, you know what, forget it. Don't mention it again. She wants the story out, but not her name. All right. Well, I did not plan on that. See, this is another reason why I clipped that live, because unlike some people, I do have respect and understanding for people. Most of the time, if somebody's going to make a live private or they're going to delete it, there's a pretty good reason. And I don't need to be one of those people exploiting somebody else.
That's already been exploited.
Yeah, and somebody who could be legitimately, I'm talking about just the receipts. A lot of people have been emailing me asking when we're going to review this, and I didn't want to put the whole thing out there because obviously there's a lot that she doesn't want people to hear. But so I took the relevant stuff and crammed them here, so everybody will get an idea at least.
Verification.
And then it goes private again. The live that I recorded, nobody's going to see.
I asked for it just last night. This person sent it to me. I think it was, what is this? What day is it? Friday? God. I think it was like last week. This person sent it to me last week. When I asked if she knew anything about it, she didn't come to me to tell me like, oh, I have this on 6up. That was not even what happened. I asked them, do you know anything about this? And they said, yes, here. I'll show you here. Yeah, I got an email. This email would have no problem putting it up on the screen. It's not fake. I can tell you it's not fake. Was the email recent? No, it wasn't. It was in April.
Okay, so she sent 6up sent an email to someone,
to this person,
God knows how many people, in April. Okay, so it wasn't like it was yesterday. This was back in April,
which was right around the time that the other person who contacted me, they contacted me in April.
Okay, here she's talking about back in April, someone else contacted her and said that she was receiving, I guess, threats and just general bullshit from 6up, but she wasn't willing to provide receipts, and just the receipts was skeptical anyway.
Yeah. It was like 2 weeks before the email to this person was written, but they wouldn't provide anything. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think they were afraid of being exposed or something. I don't know. So the person who was emailed had already been in communication with 6up. They've been emailing back and forth. So they had
it was an established relationship, kind of
a relationship other than just subscriber channel. And I don't know if that was being exploited, but there was a direct request for money, very direct.
And this is what makes it extra, what's the word? Heartbreaking, wrong, disgusting. It's not like, do you remember that Kylie lady who was going around scamming, claiming she had the Wells dogs and needed money?
Yeah.
Going after strangers. Not that it's any better, but somebody building a relationship with a vulnerable person that you know their history and what makes them vulnerable, to go like somebody's mom, their grandma, to go to them and attempt to scam them for money. Like, what kind of monster are you?
That's disgusting.
It is. It's very disgusting.
Since I have also emailed with 6up over the past few months, I know her style of writing, and it was her. It was her. Hello.
Oh! Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to do editing here.
Okay.
Throw an overlay up if you want.
Well, no, I don't have any of the picture in. I went to Amazon. It's the voice. Okay, it was 12 minutes, so...
Oh, I see what you're doing.
So that should have been enough time here.
Around bed already.
There we go.
So I started my channel back in December, and Ziggy went to...
Okay, here she's going over the history of her and 6up, which I guess she contacted 6up contacted her when after the Ziggy trip, the first trip to Tennessee. So this is what she's talking about.
Contacted who?
Just the receipts.
There we go.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that's clear.
Receipts is explaining how 6up first came to her. She came to her to ask her to enhance the audio on a phone call that she recorded between herself and Ziggy, as Ziggy was packing to go to Tennessee that first time back in January. And well, I'll let her tell the story.
Yes, it involves Ziggy, obviously. She was in... Of course it does. It always does. I'm not going to hold back on this. So I started my channel. 6up Media had sent me an email saying that she had recorded a phone call between her and Ziggy, and that she was feeling a little bit pushed aside, I guess. She was a moderator. She was a contributor to the channel, I understand, but an avid viewer of Ziggy, so I don't personally know all of her involvement in Ziggy's channel. I don't know. Oh, we could fill you in.
Yes, we could fill you in. Quick FYI, there really wasn't any involvement. She was a moderator. She was someone who frequented chat and
tried to boss some things around.
Yes, tried to completely take over the channel. Moderators are not like, I guess it depends on who the creator is, but Ziggy will give anybody a wrench who she sees is there a lot and who contribute. So She was a moderator, and like 100 million other people, she had Ziggy's phone number, and she texted with her and talked to her on the phone. Ziggy will talk to anybody. That's just how she is. She probably has 30 people on the daily at any given time communicating with her. So Six Up, I guess, thought she was special. Yeah, special somehow, or a top mod or whatever. So she wanted to go to Tennessee. She's like, oh, hey, this an auditor, and we follow the cops around. I have thousands of dollars in camera equipment, and yeah, pick me up, and we'll make this awesome. And Ziggy's like, stranger danger. Yeah, no. And that made her mad, as JTR will go on to explain here. And that's it. That is how the fallout happened.
That's how it began.
She felt slighted because she was not invited to
she was not invited to go to Tennessee and to stay in the hotel and have Ziggy pay her way and all of that.
Yeah, but even if she would have offered to pay for some of it, that's fucking weird. How many people right now in chat is willing to drive north to pick up a complete internet stranger and then backtrack south and then spend a week with them? No.
With your child.
With your child.
With your child, right.
Just fucking weird. And that's where the bad blood started, I think. And then everything after that was kind of an excuse. Like, she was just nitpicky then. She was pissed.
And
she didn't
look at how things have turned out now. Imagine. Ziggy for once made an outstanding gut decision to say no.
Right, because usually she kind of flubs and does the opposite of what
doesn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And
yes, so yeah, that was it. She was already pissed because she was not invited to go. She wanted to be top mod. She wanted to be an insider. She wanted this inside freaking Summer Wells information, and she was mad because she was not seen, I guess, worthy of spending a week with. I wouldn't want to spend that much time with a stranger either. But anyway,
sometimes not even with people that aren't strangers.
Your own family, right? So, and then the whole, thing where she said to stop texting me. That was, I guess, the straw that broke the camel's back. But let's carry on here.
No, you can add to it. That's fine.
Oh, Ray, I want that shelf too. They tempt me with that
task, but,
all the time.
We're not dealing with the usual crowd tonight, so. So she had recorded a phone call between herself and Ziggy while Ziggy was packing to go to Tennessee. And she wanted to expose the phone call. And she asked me if I would help her with the audio. The audio was terrible. So the audio was terrible. And she asked if I would clean it up for her. And I said, sure. So apparently she was at first, and I know people are going to have a lot more information on this than I do because I only know what Six Up Media told me. So Six Up Media had been sending Ziggy like clips, I guess, or links of like, oh, this person's talking about you.
This is the fallout.
Kind of and I guess Ziggy had told someone to stop sending her clips, stop sending her the negativity. She didn't want to see it. And
she told everyone that.
Right. And she has made that very clear since at least December.
Yeah, she had made that public on her channel. Don't do it.
Oh, we got Julie Applewhite in chat. Hey,
Julie.
And she expressed frustration and said, I've told this person a million times, stop sending me negative things. Well, Six Up Media took that very personally. And I don't know what truly happened there. Again, I only know Six Up's side. That's it. And I don't pretend to know the whole story. I just know that side. There are, in my opinion, there are 3 sides to every story, right? Like yours, mine, and the truth. So I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle. So she was already a little...
No, it was pretty cut and dry.
miffed.
Hey,
She
Pepsi.
recorded a phone call, and Ziggy really didn't say anything scandalous or
Cindy,
even questionable,
hi.
in my opinion. And I questioned, I started working on the audio, just trying to clean it up a little bit, make the volume the same across the board. And after listen, it takes a long time to do that. If you're doing it manually, I didn't have a program to run it through. And it was...
Now, a lot of the stuff that I had to cut out, she would explain something and then just go off on a tangent about how long it took.
Nobody cares about that part.
Yeah. So I kind of wonder now that I got to listen to it 5 different times, clipping everything. I kind of think it was more out of fear. Like she was scared shitless. She wanted to say this, but
she's scared of 6 Up?
I think so.
She's
Yeah.
scared of 6 Up?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's
You guys, I think you're getting this totally wrong. Reverend Jen wanted to go on that trip to provide for psychological evaluations and identify all the active users in the area.
Possibly.
I think that was her intent.
Or to score some smack, maybe.
Get her some Dawn Wells.
Would we have feedback from Mike?
Probably me.
Oh, that's background noise.
So I asked
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like metal. Yeah, like somebody hammering metal.
So I asked her, what part of this is the most important? Like, what should I be focusing on? Because this is going to take me forever. Because I couldn't figure out where the important part was of the audio. I didn't see anything wrong with anything that Ziggy was saying. And that's me, though. Everyone's view of things is going to be skewed by their own feelings about a person, about, everyone's biased to some extent. And that's what's... I have to let my dog out. So
I'd like
those
for
big
everybody,
size, huh?
Yeah, to think about that the next time they're a little critical of creators not getting to a point or not finishing sentences or being all over the place. Not everybody is a public speaker, and there might be times where it's a high stress content that they're bringing to you, so they might not be to the point and direct. So it's everybody,
especially when you're talking about things that you haven't rehearsed for a week.
Exactly. Most people come on with a script, and as
when they put out those videos, they're scripted.
Yeah, it's scripted. They've practiced it. So just because somebody beats around the bush or whatever, it doesn't mean they're on drugs. It doesn't mean they're unintelligent. It's just
right. I wouldn't accuse just the receipts of being in any kind of addiction because you can't finish the sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It's a very high stress environment, but the part that kills me is where she says she feels like it's someone in her peer group, and well, we'll get to that part when we get there, I guess. But that's crazy to me.
I'll tell you, I guess I'll share with you also why I'm way more flustered than I would normally be. There were some last minute events right before the stream that kind of threw me off. Let's put it that way.
Detail. That
definitely to some of this. All right, so fix my audio, JTR. Okay, you got it. Oh, it's about Ziggy? Sure. And it was really, they were just kind of talking while Ziggy was packing and getting ready to go to Tennessee. And Ziggy said she had the phone in her bra strap and she was just talking, and Six Up was giving her some advice about like what to do down there and where to go. And Ziggy said something about Molly Golightly, and it wasn't anything that she wouldn't say publicly anyway, so it didn't.
Did that just repeat?
Strike me as like, oh my gosh, like, wow.
Maybe not.
Suppose that. Maybe I do have a higher threshold of what I feel is scandalous, because I see.
Oh, Lenny's in chat.
Thank you, Lenny.
Listening,
Thank you, Lenny.
not concerned.
Your open-mindedness, hopefully.
Lenny was in chat. I guess.
Oh, was
Rather
she?
open-minded Lenny.
Yeah, she went round and round with her for like an hour.
She always has so much to say.
She just completely tried to derail her live stream and throw her off her train of thought. I mean, it worked, but she still got the message out anyway. So did it work?
So higher threshold for sure. When I feel a visceral feeling that, oh, that's so wrong, that's when I'll make a video.
But she doesn't feel that
myself. If it's someone that's giving me some, because I feel that.
I guess it depends on who
you're going after, because obviously there were times where you just put out horrible things that were no receipt, just absolutely no receipt, no follow-up, no let me check and verify this. Nah, just put it out there.
Yeah, that
depends on who she likes.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of that coming up in here, because a lot of it, when I think of a channel called Just the Receipts, it would be scandals that you have communications like emails, text messages, whatever, somebody doing the opposite. And a lot of the past content, especially about Ziggy, was not, it was like a matter of opinion. Like, I could see how people get pissed off at stuff. Sure. The electric bill scandal, for instance, I totally see how people were mad, but it was spun into something that it wasn't.
Correct. They got it wrong.
Exactly.
One day and said, hey, somebody approached me about asking my subscribers to help this woman pay her electric bill because her electric was getting cut off. I don't know how to do this. I'm probably going to have some kind of sale or raffle to come up with that. It was a lot of money, almost $1,000 in 48 hours. This was what, like Friday night, Saturday, and the lady needed the money Monday. So everybody in chat was like, first of all, there's no way you're going to come up with that kind of money in 2 days. And she was concerned because she would have to basically liquidate a good portion of her inventory to make this possible. And still there was no guarantees that she was going to raise the money. So, she said, I would love to help, but we can't do it. And
another short of notice.
Exactly. And not only that, but I totally believe the lady, but she isn't somebody who's regular. I've seen her myself in different chats, but it's not somebody that you're used to seeing every single day or talking to every single day. It would be different if it was.
But that really wasn't even the issue.
Yeah.
It wasn't who it was as much as the time involved to be able to come up with that. It's inventory that Ziggy would have had to sell that Ziggy paid for. This is not magic inventory that just shows up for free for Ziggy.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if it was somebody like Julie Applewhite, for instance, came and said, "Hey, can you help me out? Can you see if anybody will donate for my mortgage
yeah.
that's $1,000?"
The chat probably would have been
it would be
more
paid in an hour.
motivated. Yeah.
Somebody, one person, I'm sure, would go. But the thing is, this person was relatively unknown, so it was a huge gamble.
Right.
All right. So then the next day, she decides, well, maybe I can raffle off some of my inventory to get money for myself, which was fine. She made that very clear. But I guess where people got mad was she said, I needed to pay bills and this and that. And then 2 days later, she's in an Airbnb, has an Oculus, which that's her business. She probably shouldn't have made it public, but it is what it is. It's too late. Can't take it back. But yeah, I can see people mad. Like, some people feel like everybody should take care of their finances the way they do.
Right. Not everybody does it the same.
Yeah. I guess some people kind of live in the moment. They just blow their money and then worry about next.
But the whole thing is it was blown up to be like some kind of way.
Right.
One, they convoluted the two. The Ziggy's raffle and her brainstorming about possibly raising money for this electric. And they didn't go in and find out, like, before the raffle ever even happened, that was already like decided that it wasn't going to be able to happen in that amount of time.
Right.
And moved on. Ziggy selling off, she should have just had a sale, honestly, but hindsight's 2020, right?
Right.
She learned her lesson about a raffle.
Yeah, and also the woman's electric was never cut off. She took her entire paycheck and paid it, and then just kind of suffered until the next payday. So it's not like she was left without electric, but
yeah,
that's the kind of shit that people, they hear what
that's
they
what
want
happens
to
when you have only part of the story,
right? Or you're only hearing clips of stuff and you're not going to do your homework and get the full story.
I feel that channels that are my peers, like Beneficent versus Maleficent, Tragedy Pimps Exposed,
those are her
Average Rando.
Those are her good clip channels. Oh boy. Wonder why.
Setting the bar high there. Now, what I found kind of weird about this whole thing, she mentions Maleficent first and Lippy last. Now, regardless of how anybody feels about the content that Lippy puts out, come on, she puts a lot of work into that. Hold on, let me go find. I have one pulled up here. Look, there's like an entire pig and there's boxes in the background. Like, a lot of work went into that. Like, how are you going to compare this to Maleficent?
Later.
And the pig's like talking, and that's my favorite meme. I love that cat. I mean, a lot of work goes into
her content.
So yeah. To compare that to Maleficent, I'm not sure. Maleficent, Average Rando. What's the other one? Tragedy Pimps. Tragedy Pimps is a clip channel, so I guess what she does is clip stuff and puts it together. Just the receipts puts time and effort and thought into the content she creates. Now, a lot of it, like we have said, was bullshit, but there is some good content in there. I'm actually wanting to watch that romance scam video that she has. That stuff's interesting. But yeah, I would not put myself in with Maleficent. That's kind of degrading yourself. My opinion.
There's a ton of channels. Social Fade is very good. I view those channels as my peers. And to have to come out against a channel who I feel are my equals is not something that I would.
That makes more sense. Because I'm thinking, like, what about Exhibit A? But now I understand. Because Exhibit A is not her peer. They're on a whole different level.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. But, like, you know, the people she's comparing herself to are kind of like,
right. You're saying she doesn't set the bar very high.
Yeah, I personally think she's better than, because she puts a lot of, like Exhibit A, she puts effort into the content.
Exhibit A, yeah, they rock it out.
Yeah, and even Lippy, you know, regardless of how you feel about the content, there's still a lot of effort and skill and talent put into the creation of it. Is what
Lippy's talent has grown a lot over the last year too. She's doing she does a lot of really good editing now. Her talents have grown a lot over the last year.
I mean, to get a cartoon pig to sit there on a recliner and say whatever, that's funny.
I think that I would have to do, because I wouldn't expect to know that much about their channels, because we all tend to be kind of, you know, we don't tend to be the personality of the channel. We tend to showcase whatever is going on in the community, and most of the time we're left out of it. Where's the pertinent part? What do you want really? Because it was taking me way too long to edit. What do you actually need out of this for your video or for your live stream? Because there is a point where I invest a lot of time into this channel for myself. But when I feel that I'm investing too much time for someone else's channel, that starts to become a little bit of an issue, especially when it's never reciprocated. And that's, I guess, where my issue started with 6 Up Media. And I know that many people have thought that we had some friendship, that we were, you know, and I know there's people screaming right now, like, you are, everyone knows it.
Well, 6 Up made everybody think that they were some kind of package deal, like a tag team. Did she not?
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's not the case. I've never spoken to 6 Up on the phone. I've never, we have emailed. I would say probably maybe about a dozen times since December. I've never been into her Discord. I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything off this platform where I communicate with people. I don't want to. I feel like that's where all the toxic drama starts. And I really, really don't have room for that or any desire for that in my life. None. Like, I work. A lot of people on this platform just, like, they don't work.
I think that's
what the hell was that?
Huh?
I don't know. Some people are disciplined and they can do their YouTube and their jobs and their lives.
Some people run businesses from their home.
Have kids on top of all of that. They work full time. They have kids and they have a house to run. And yeah, I get it. But no, I guess the point she's trying to make here is with some of the people who are always asking her for favors or to expose this person or that person, she's saying get a life, because a lot of the stuff is really petty, I guess. I don't know. I think that's what she was trying to say.
And it shows. It shows in some of the emails you get, like, wow, this would take me a good part of a lot that
skip ahead.
Everyone sees it the same way. And some will take a lot of the receipts that I've received and just go immediately on a live stream and throw them up on the screen and, hey, you decide. That's not what I do.
What? She's like, what?
Are you kidding?
That's the beauty of being in a free market and a free society. We are all grown-ups and we can look at everything and decide for ourselves what's real, what's not real, what is credible. That's what brings everybody to true crime.
Right.
Look at stuff with skepticism.
That's not what I do.
Right.
Part of my daily life outside of YouTube involves ethics. And
Ethics.
I have to
Being ethical.
my general
Sure.
actions, I guess.
So where do we draw the
They
line?
have to be ethical.
Is that ethical? Is that ethical?
Wow.
Is that ethical? Is that a receipt?
I mean, what the fuck was that?
What Pearl
I
just
mean-
brought up, that was one of her videos that she did.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Comparing people to whatever the hell, Findom.
She compared Ziggy's viewers to, yeah,
like a bondage S&M.
I mean, if she's into that
type
kinky
of
stuff,
thing.
keep it to her freaking self. That was so
I'm into that
ethical.
kinky stuff. Pay me.
But no, that's, I mean, is it ethical to go and make an insinuation about somebody and a whole group of people?
A whole group
like
of
this?
people.
Like, when does one decide when is it ethical to target one as opposed to the other? What makes people different? Anybody different on YouTube? That's where I'm failing to see the whole argument here, I guess.
Yeah, no, you can't. Don't cry ethics.
Pearl says the
That's on
notorious
your channel.
Pay Pig video is pure fantasy and spite. It was merely a means of shaming Ziggy's subscribers. Some would find that allegation about their relationship with the channel deeply shaming. Well, it's just simply bullshit. People give for a variety of reasons. A majority of viewers in this genre on YouTube is, I believe, the 45 to 65 female demographic. There's a lot of lonely people out there. A lot of people, lonely or not, it brings them joy to give money to other people for whatever reason. We have scammers, and we have, I guess, con men and grifters, and then we just have regular people.
Right.
And there's nothing to trying to word this the right way, to even suggest that somebody is in this kind of arrangement with somebody.
That was the strangest analogy I had seen in a long time.
Especially somebody who wants to be ethical.
If I'm not
right.
ethical, like, I wouldn't be where I am in my profession and my career if I didn't have strong ethics. And it does carry over into other parts of my life. It does. And if I'm putting my name on something, even if you don't know my name, you guys know my dog's name, by the way. Ziggy doxed my dog.
Oh, brother.
Does anybody here? Oh, look, this I put in there. I don't think she was doxxed. I don't remember her name being showed. Do you? Or anything? Because she spoke about her criminal record or her dog's criminal record. I don't remember, like, any names being given, any locations. It was, she basically showed the Ballady dogs and the dumpster diving channels, but she has gorgeous freaking hair. Because I was looking to see, I went through Ziggy's entire video to see.
You have so much hair jealousy.
I know, I do. But
That's what you're telling me.
You have gorgeous hair too. But I went through that entire video looking to see, like, well, is her dog's name Becky? See if there was a name mentioned or what, and there wasn't. There wasn't any criminal records even discussed. It was just the unveiling of those other channels, and that was it. But yeah, so that says Ballady Dogs, and she has really nice hair.
Well, Ziggy might have called her old.
Did she? I think that was the other lady. That was the psychologist.
Oh, yeah.
Psychologist lady.
Someone I feel tried to associate their channel with mine for some time, where there was no association. That we were somehow a team, that we were somehow working together on things, and that was never the case. And this creator got to a point in her live streams where I was not comfortable with the content that was being put out at all. I stopped watching a couple months ago altogether.
It took you that long?
I would try to click in from time to time, and I would just like, okay, nothing has changed. I'm all set. Don't need to subject myself to that much negativity. Yeah. Yeah. And because we did cover some of the same types of content, people assumed that there was an association.
No, I think it was 6 Up outright telling people or insinuating that they were like a tag team.
I had actually made a couple of videos concerning this creator because they were involved with another creator in a protective order, and I made a couple of videos off of it for the content, not for the creator. If I was doing that to help the creator, I would have done it on the side and sent it to her privately.
So she
created a video
for her own content
during a premiere because it was content. It's what was going on in the community at the time. She benefited because she benefited from my research.
No, but in 6 Up's warped mind, she once again thinks that she's way closer to a stranger on the internet than what she really was.
Right?
Yeah.
Why does she do that? That's very odd. Like, I kind of know where I stand with people.
Probably no friends in real life. So she doesn't know.
Well, it's kind of like the same way people like fall in love with celebrities and like really in their mind that they think that they have a chance at marrying Johnny Depp, or like that lady Molly Golightly just had on her channel recently. She sent all that money to somebody she thought was Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, I do agree with Tanqueray there. I don't think she has friends in real life. I think the only outside communication besides anybody in her own household is the internet. The internet is this woman's life.
You know when you got to hide in your house?
You know? Ma'am.
No, I don't know what that's like.
Attachment disorder, Pocky said. Yeah.
But
it's when you're hiding from the police so you can't go out, all you can do is like tune in to the internet.
Yeah, or you just don't leave your house. Oh, period. You don't go shopping, you don't have a job to go to, but no, the only communication, like I said, the only interaction she has are strangers on the internet. So if anybody pays her the slightest amount of attention that she sees is in some kind of I don't want to say position of power, but anybody with more than like 1,000 subscribers. She mentions burnt toast a lot. Like she actually thinks that she is on the same level.
Oh, I thought they were friends too.
Yeah, like a burnt toast. So no, she probably found this Just the Receipts lady and was like, oh my god, she has awesome hair. I want to be your friend. She has all these skills, and she thinks that they're BFFs. Yeah.
Right. That they're colleagues.
Yeah, and I do remember something months ago. Do you remember when 6 Up first started her channel? Just the Receipts was a moderator for her, and she was a moderator for Just the Receipts. And not long after that, I don't know what happened, but there was sort of some kind of announcement of, well, we're not mods on each other's channels because we're going in different directions. And that lasted all of a day in Six Up's mind. And so now, as Just the Receipts is telling us here, this has been an ongoing thing. She's trying to separate herself from her for months, and she's not hearing it. She's not listening.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy.
It does.
I'd say fuck her feelings, but the tantrums she throws when nobody's paying attention to her are horrendous.
Right. Well, I'm reading chat here. Oh, hey, Kraken says. Oh, ASAP Pocky says that's how she was with the lab, I'm guessing. Remember when she cried from being so emotional after receiving an email? She was so touched. I remember that. She fired off an email to Josh because Josh was still going in Ziggy's chats, and she was like, how could you? And I don't remember if he said something back, like mind your own business, or he didn't. But yeah, I remember that she was crushed over that.
You know, and then Josh was the enemy.
Yep.
Thank you, Lip Locked. Have a good evening. So
yes, Carrie, she's going live at 9:00 to show the email that she got from the person who apparently, as the story goes, the person who Six Up requested money from, allegedly, yeah, didn't even reach out to her. Just the Receipts had caught wind that Six Up was asking for money behind the scenes. So Just the Receipts reached out to this mutual acquaintance of theirs and said, hey, do you know anything about this? And the woman's like, yes, I do. I'll show you what she sent to me. So that's how that whole thing popped off.
So the content definitely made a switch. And I would still get emails.
And the rest of this, it's nothing really important. She just goes on to explain how she feels used by Six Up. She never wanted to be associated with her and her channel, and Six Up just kept dragging her right into everything, even stealing her content. Just the Receipts had gone live about journalistic ethics, I think it was. Maybe we'll get into that part. Yeah, Six Up just ripped the whole thing off.
From time to time asking me to do certain things. I got an email recently from her asking me to handle something for a third creator.
What?
I'm like,
you just work for free.
Email me themselves? Are you the spokesperson? And that really started to make me wonder, what kind of entitlement do you think that you have over offering my talent and skills out to other creators? Are you my media manager now?
The media manager.
And the audacity to think you could come to me. And it was the wording that was pretty offensive. Oh, it was the wording of it. It was the asking me to do something for someone else, and closing with please and thank you.
So now she's making demands for other people. So not like, oh, hey, I need your help. Can you help me do this? Well, no, hey, somebody else needs you to work for free.
Please and thank you. I'm not your employee. I would accept that from a director. Please and thank you. Someone who's supposed to be my peer giving me an assignment and please and thank you. Understand the amount of time that's invested when you're a creator, if you're a legitimate creator. If you hit go live and you just mouth off for a couple of hours, I'm sorry. Was any research done in advance?
This is hard. It's pompous.
Is some bullet points of what you want to talk about or discuss? Or is it just off the rails every single time with a bunch of bullshit drama? Because that's what a lot of these channels are. Anyone can do that. Literally anyone can do that. And every time you pop in, like maybe once a week, you hear your channel name being spoken.
That's creepy as fuck. So yeah, so she's wanting to distance herself, does not want an association, but every time she goes to Six Up's channel in her live, her name's being dropped.
And people email me and say, we did this on your members only live stream and she's showing it tonight. The same exact thing.
Ripping off her content.
The same exact thing. You've unsubbed from all the toxic grifters? Well, I tell you, I've got something else to share after this. There's another creator, not this person, with a lot more subscribers that is truly fucked up. Truly fucked up and has taken a lot of money from people. A lot. A lot. So, the entitlement asking for services, I guess, because I don't think that anyone would really ask.
So I guess she demanded all this work to be done for free. Hey, can you help me see if this document is forged? Can you clean up the sound on this, do that?
Need to do some of the things that people have. If they had any clue at all what it involved, they'd be shocked. That doesn't mean that things are super easy for me or that I can just bust things out in a moment's notice. Like that promo that intro that I made for Julie Applewhite, that probably took me a good 15, 20 minutes. And she doesn't even have a channel. She doesn't even have a channel. But I made her an intro. And if she might not like it, that's okay. Julie Applewhite, we'll work on it. I want you to have the intro for your channel that you want. But it all takes time. It all takes time.
Does anybody remember the intro she made for Julie Applewhite?
It was lame.
I gotta find this. Oh, it was a short.
Better put some respect on Julie's name.
Julie Applewhite is one of her staunchest supporters, especially in the comments. If you find that you're writing a
I don't know what brought this on.
It's deleted when you go back, you can count on Julie Applewhite most likely for that. When that finally implodes, yes, I do want to be there.
When what implodes?
Julie Applewhite, when this happens, there are no hard feelings between us whatsoever. I will support.
What was the receipt that prompted this?
After your career as a moderator with the Ziggy channel, I don't ever provide incentives to come talk to me or to interview, but I would really like to hear your story. If you wish to start your own channel after you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands after you leave Ziggy's channel, I would like to offer to make your introduction for you. You can choose the music, you can choose the graphics, however you would like it.
Okay, so yeah, I completely missed what made anyone think anything was going to implode and Julie was coming out with her own tell-all channel. Is Julie Applewhite in chat yet? There's Julie Applewhite. Julie, should we play the intro? Your intro?
Oh, we should.
Julie Applewhite
says yes.
Intro. Yes.
She says yes.
Julie deserves to be honored.
Yes, she does. So Julie Applewhite.
Badger's such a little prick. Why don't you lick my shit, you fucking bitch? And fuck your parents for having such a kind of a kid. Remember that I hate you, and please don't forget to go fuck yourself. La 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 today. La 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 do. Go fuck yourself.
So that's that. All right, where did we leave off? There we are.
Oh, Julie's already got subscribers.
Yes, Julie's laughing so hard. Yeah, that was the craziest thing in the whole world. Like, what? She fell out of favor. What did that say? Suddenly out of favor as a mod. Like, what the hell would give anybody that impression?
I don't know, but
Ridiculous.
normal people don't
Concern
go
themselves with a cartoon wrench.
right,
Yeah.
and they don't go crazy like some channel creators did just because they had a problem with a creator.
What is she gonna tell exactly? What is she gonna create a channel based on?
Does Ziggy's mods have like a secret hierarchy and
You would
club
think
and
so, by the way people act, like they hold the nuclear football
that's interesting.
or something.
I've heard that's true.
You heard that's true
I did.
about the nuclear football?
Yeah. Ziggy's mods. They've got it.
Wow. We
They're special.
should be very careful what we say about Ziggy then.
Right.
Our mods will come get us.
I see them in the chat. I think they're watching.
Everybody quiet.
Julie says JTR is jealous of her hair. Julie does have
Julie does have better hair, right?
Carrie says the one rule about Ziggy's Club is don't talk about Ziggy's Club.
That's right.
We're actually almost finished with this. Maybe I'll put it on.
Drama, but that's all the views are. Yep.
This is another thing that kills me too, when people claim they're not about drama, but I mean, you participate. Everybody participates.
I wish everyone would be honest with themselves. Yep.
Same.
Right.
Same.
There was a channel that I highly respected. And I would say every single person in this chat knows who it is.
And now the creator probably knows who it is too. I'm not sure that was a good idea.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able at some point to publicly expose it. I would love to.
Okay, this is the problem I have with this here. Now, I was kind of buying the whole, I'm dragging this out because I don't want to talk about this. This is painful for me. I don't want to expose somebody that's my equal and my peer. But she sounded a little gleeful in wanting to expose this other creator. To me, she sounded excited. I would love to expose this. And what I don't think people realize is for every salacious story that comes out on the internet, behind that is somebody who is absolutely devastated, gutted, just completely embarrassed, humiliated, all those words. So it, you know, how I don't get how people pick between the two. It's
so it's okay to destroy and who it isn't.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I guess when you're not on the receiving end, it's different.
That's my whole problem with it all.
What's that?
I said that's my whole problem with it all.
Yeah.
Person who this happened to that came to me to tell me their story. It's up to them. It's their story to tell. It's not mine. I've already verified a lot of the story. I'm disgusted with the person, and I do not exaggerate when I say every single person in this chat knows who it is. So for quite some time, I've had people email me and tell me, you know, like I said, I went over something on a members only live stream. And at the time, I think I only had about 30 members.
As where she steals her content.
So it was very clear who was in the members only live stream. They're not well attended, by the way. So it's like, there's like maybe one of like 10 people. So it's pretty, you know who's in there. You get threatened even for leaving comments. 6 Up Media doesn't like. Accused of causing people to harm her and her loved ones. Yeah. I took a couple of screenshots, Annette, of some comments that you left for 6 Up Media and that she had deleted. And you can let me know if you want me to show those. I have another screenshot of another person.
I know the person does not want to be named, but the screenshots are not shown in this. I did not include them in the clip. And I guess I'm going to go back when this is over and edit out that 2 seconds worth of blip where you can hear their voice. I get it. Like, you want to come out and then the next day
You
I
could instead,
huh?
You could instead, when you edit it, just speed it up so it distorts the voice.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Speed it up momentarily.
And then her story still gets out there, told by her words.
Yeah, I made a video, an instructional video of how to get a header from an email, and I tagged her in it, and she thanked me. I did not know that was a problem until Just the Receipts came in chat and kind of insinuated it was a problem. I wish the person would have told me, hey, maybe delete this, but no, she said thank you. So you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Whatever.
Who left a very thoughtful comment.
Which, I mean, there was 200 people in that live who saw anyway, so it's not like any big reveals were made here.
Right.
Definitely took a lot of time, very carefully worded, and it was deleted. So I would like to show you those tonight.
She's talking about the community post that 6 Up deleted.
Come across if you hadn't been researching journalistic ethics.
Oh, wait, hold on. See, she goes off, like, off topic. She, like, 1 minute she was starting to tell us about how 6 Up, she had a members only live. Just the Receipts had a members only live about journalistic ethics, and there was 20-ish people in there. And then maybe the same night, 6 Up went live and showed the exact same, like, showed her content and presented it as her own. Shocking.
Comment definitely took a lot of time.
But then she
very carefully worded, and it was deleted.
Went to a different topic of the deleted
document. It was
community post.
It was like journalist ethics. You're talking about people who are victims of crime. You can't just mouth off about anything you want to say. You shouldn't. I mean, I know people do, but you shouldn't. And you
shouldn't.
It's 9 o'clock. If everybody wants to go watch her big reveal, go for it. We're not gonna feel any type of way about it. You can come back when you're done. That's fine.
Well, they might be gone hours.
Huh?
They might be gone hours.
End of these stories. Actual people. So there are journalistic ethics, and I found a code of ethics, and it was a PDF file. And I put it up on the screen. I had a couple things highlighted, and we just went over them quickly in the members only live stream. And that was on May 9th. And I believe it was like a week and a half after that. Someone emailed me and said, "Oh, your code of ethics is up on 6 Up's live right now." Now
isn't that some shit?
And that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, just even like is a sense of entitlement or whatever to just think that you can go and cherry pick from somebody else's. Like, first of all, she thinks she's in association with her, and she's not. And then she just goes and takes her content because she thinks in her mind that they're
she feels somehow entitled.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Not something that you would readily come across if you hadn't been researching journalistic ethics. And unfortunately, I happen to know that this is going to be a dig. 6 Up Media does not do research.
No, you don't say.
What? Are you kidding? One time she did 48 hours worth.
Yeah, that's very true. Allegedly, she did 48 hours of it. And she thought it was like the greatest thing ever.
I had already put out a whole video about her protective order and how she hadn't been served. And she emailed me and another creator a couple weeks after that, asking us to send her the link or something, or the information. It's like, wow, even for yourself.
And it wasn't rocket science to find any of this out. All you had to do was go to the website and punch in her name, and it would tell you if she was served or not.
Right?
You know what? Go watch my. I didn't respond.
But she needs other people to do that for her.
Again, and I'll show you how to get there. Do you really need me to walk you through it? Wow. If you can't do a Google search, don't call yourself a researcher. You know, everyone has their own level of research, some more than others. I mean, they're scientists, they research. Yeah, I saw that. Irregardless is not a word, and someone refuted that and said that it was. Well, maybe in the Urban Dictionary it is, but not in the real one.
Irregardless is not a word.
Not a word.
Thank you. Irregardless is not a word.
So she's going
Try
on
just regardless.
Reading some of the bullet points on this code of ethics, and she's not able to pronounce many of the words.
Imagine that.
Another confirmation.
What was that word that she was struggling with the other night? Requisite.
Yeah.
Metacognition.
Watching that she didn't find this document on her own, and she clearly didn't read it in advance, or she probably would have skipped those bullet points of the words that she couldn't pronounce. So that's how much research went into that. I posted the link myself on my community tab, and you can scroll all the way back.
So she goes and provides her sources. She does this live and says, this is where I got the information from. Just the receipts, I mean.
And find it still there. Someone in her chat, because I went and watched, someone in her chat asked where can they get it, and she didn't want to tell them.
I wonder why that is.
I posted the link for people because I'm not a gatekeeper. I feel like information should be available to everyone. Everyone. That's a public document. No one sent that to me. I don't have any contacts like that. And she was reticent. She didn't want to give it out.
I wonder if she tried to present it as her own. I'm going to have to go look for this. A lot of her stuff is deleted or put on private, unfortunately, but that's totally on brand for her. She'd be like, oh yeah, I spent 2 days on this.
And so I responded to the person in chat. I posted that on my community wall on May 9th. You can get it there. Well, she didn't like that. Yes, you did, just the receipts. Yes, you did. Well, sorry, if you're going to steal my content, I'm going to call you out on it. There is so much more. You guys have no idea. And you know what? If you're that triggered...
Oh, this is the good part coming up.
This reviewing stuff I don't get anyway. You're just playing other people's content and stopping and talking. And that's it. That's all it is. That's reviewing. Okay. Hey, apparently there's a market for it.
I told her there's a market for it. There's a huge market for it. Everybody loves it.
If you're so triggered that you're swearing at someone that doesn't hear you, that you've tagged him, you've tagged his channel name, in her opinion, that is communicating to him. So
yeah, she's just on a whole other level of, I don't even know.
I don't know either. To me, the reviewing for us, it's kind of as if we sit in the circle of like a book review, where you sit, or a book club.
Right, that's exactly what it was meant.
Right. And you sit there and you kind of give your thoughts on it. Nobody gets mad at somebody else for a different take on what they're looking at. This whole screaming and
entire
crazy
apps and incentives for people to provide reviews, product reviews, and they can go and they can discuss, and it's a thing.
Right.
Let's get into money.
Oh, we already covered that.
This is, so I'm kind of giving you the background of my channel and 6 Up Media's channel, and any kind of connection that there was. There was me editing an audio file for her. I did some research on her protective order, made a video about it for content, made a couple of videos, I think. If I was doing research for 6 Up, I would have done it privately and sent it to her privately. I did it for content. It was a hot topic in the community.
I don't know how this clip got added, and at the end, I think this was in the beginning, but
well, you were trying to flip them around to cut to the chase.
Yeah, and I was trying to do this really quick.
There have been emails. We've both gotten discouraged over some time.
There we go.
She was discouraged, and if you legit say, I don't know why this is bothering me so much, that's when you just stop. Just hold on. Go within.
Well, just everybody's saying now. You just described, the review channels, and it's discussing, but this is something completely separate. If you are that triggered by what you are seeing, it's time to hang it up and turn it off. This is supposed to be, I don't even want to say fun, because it's not fun, because a lot of people are hurt, a lot of people are destroyed, and right. I guess we're kind of calling out that bullshit. Yeah, and I don't understand what is I don't want to say pleasurable, but what's exciting about doing this, attacking Cam and
right.
Ziggy, and it's crazy.
Right. It's
if you're in recovery and you're feeling triggered by
that's okay.
It's also hyper focused with her too.
Yes, hyper focused. It's like a one-track mind almost. Like
exactly.
She can't focus on anything else. And if she's so triggered that she needs to see a therapist, then what the hell are you doing? It's like using drugs. Like, why do people keep using drugs? They know it's bad for them. They know it's gonna ruin their lives and all this other stuff, yet they keep doing it because they get that rush.
Exactly. They're getting something from it.
Tiffany Marie was 100% accurate in saying that 6 Up is addicted to Ziggy. And Cam was just an extension of that, because that was one of her ways to get to Ziggy, through Cam, because of her and Cam collaborating.
Right.
Watching addicts, could that possibly trigger you to do something else? Why would you put yourself through that? And why are you the authority to call it out?
Yeah, what makes her the authority to call it out?
I had drafted the email to Jen before that, stating that I need you to stop talking about my channel. I need you to stop bringing it up.
And apparently this isn't the first time that she had to ask 6 Up to stop dropping her name and to stop associating them.
I hadn't mentioned her channel at all. And people were still telling me she's reusing your content. And some people haven't seen it. I think
there's remedy for that.
Repeat that, please.
I said, then strike her. There's remedy for that.
Right. If it was anybody else, they like weaponize the whole strike system. They'll strike.
No. Use it as it was set up to be used. Use it correctly. And when somebody continues to use your content, but you can't say somebody can't talk about your channel.
Right.
They can mention it.
Outright content.
I understand. That's a different story.
That's
if you're taking her content, that's what the strike is for.
Exactly.
I think that there's some that's going to be a little more subtle that you wouldn't necessarily pick up on unless it was content that you yourself had created. And when you hear someone reusing or recycling the same idea, multiple times. Hey, I'm flattered. But at some point, you have your own channel. Create your own channel. Create your content. You've been doing it for a while now. Now's the time. You're free to fly. Start doing your own thing. And that's where I think people started to really make the association. It wasn't just her constantly bringing up my channel. I was listening through the past few videos.
It was her constantly bringing it
and
up.
I mean, in one, she mentioned my channel name like 3 times.
This chick is killing her vibe.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, no, it is the truth, though, because everybody, like I said 100 times already during this live, thought that they were together because...
Right. It is true.
We're almost done here.
I mean, yeah, content is sometimes a challenge to come up with, but, you know, that's people who do research, people who think about it, people who put time and effort into their channels, they come up with it. That's what you got to do. That's just what you got to do. And if you're going to take content from other creators, try to go outside your genre.
Right.
I would imagine publicly shaming someone who might be a little shaky in their sobriety could possibly send them into active addiction. I would imagine that's a possibility. Public shame.
Yeah, what if that would have put somebody over the edge? Now, I don't believe for a second that Cam is shaky in his sobriety, but, you know,
Cam didn't even watch her.
Yeah, well, I mean, he knows now, but I mean, hypothetically, if somebody is struggling, like, you know, their blood's on your hands.
Absolutely.
And it's going to come down to someday. I mean, we've already seen lawsuits because of YouTube and internet type of stuff, but yeah, it's
and a lot of states are taking on this anti-harassment laws. They're putting real laws on the books. You know, it's a thing, and you know, you can cross the line. You got to have, if you really got some ethics, you know, you take a look and go, nah, maybe not.
And a lot of the well, not a lot of the creators, 6up specifically, likes to throw out, oh, well, I don't physically contact anybody. I don't physically assault anybody. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't leave my fucking office chair. But what she's doing is anybody who's listening to her, she's inciting them. She's planting seeds. If she has 200 people viewing her channel that night, that's 200 seeds planted in somebody's brain. Oh my God.
And that's how licensing places get contacted.
Commission, CPS.
The Indian Gaming Commission.
The Indian Gaming Commission. But now 200 people have it planted in their head that Cam and Allie's kids were in danger.
Right. And that is really dangerous. Not that they were in danger, but she placed them in danger by making these accusations.
Yeah, or what if
you don't know what nutcase is going to actually go, oh, I think they're really in trouble. She must be right.
And not even just call CPS, but like, what if they would attempt to go there themselves and remove them? Do you remember the Pizzagate thing where this guy shows up at that restaurant in DC with like an AK-47 or an AR-15 or something, like fully armed, ready to take on this pizza shop owner? Because
I do remember.
Yeah, he thought that kids were being held in the basement. Like, people, you don't know who the hell's all listening to you. All it takes is for one really unbalanced person to act on it.
Right.
And
it's a scary thought.
To be careful. And just like with some people who are experiencing property damage and things done to their car, it could be anybody that could have been incited by somebody else.
Right.
On the internet.
I'm a big part of addiction. If you have an honest concern for someone, you should reach out in private and not blast them live. She's convinced that doesn't work.
Yeah, the only way to do it is to publicly humiliate them.
I sent my private email to her before talking about all of this. maybe that's why it didn't work for her. Right? If she doesn't think reaching out to someone to say, hey, I noticed this, I'm a little concerned for you. Just so you know, I'm here. I went to
my candle burned out. I gotta go relight another one. I will be right back.
This rehab,
Okay.
I can give you the information if you want, but hey, like there are people who are supporting you. Just like, hey, let me know. Could have taken that approach. Didn't think that was going to work. So, went live. Might as well make a few bucks while you're publicly shaming someone.
That's exactly it. Make
Right.
some money.
Yeah, that's what it was all about. It was publicly shaming and just being an asshole. There was no genuine concern for anybody.
You have no proof over any of it, just your own speculation from your own.
And that's right. There was no proof to just
not a bit. Even what she said was happening, you know, what was there wasn't there when you actually took a closer look. You're like, his nails? No, they're not an inch long. His hands? They don't look dirty. But she put it out there as if this was fact and it was evidence.
Right.
Thank God she doesn't do true crime videos.
Oh, God.
Your own history. So I guess that's why me privately reaching out to her didn't work. Yes. She basically said he was going to end up massacring his kids and himself, calling him nasty. Those thoughts are not out of concern. It was to shock the audience, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, true statement. It was for shock and awe, a shock and awe campaign. Let's see how many people we can get pissed off at Cam. And this was all because she wanted to make sure that somebody didn't team up with people she didn't like.
I think that backfired on her, though.
It did, because she sees that Cam pulls a crowd, 1,000 people in chat. Well, no, we can't have those 1,000 people going over to people I don't like.
Right.
And, joining and subbing up to her channel and being in her chat. That's all that it was.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's a lot of doublespeak. It's a lot of doublespeak. She called him a motherfucker. And then at the end of the street, she goes, I care.
I am also guilty.
I can help you. I'm sorry. If someone calls me a motherfucker, I'm not going to you for anything. Definitely not for help.
Fuck your feelings.
A weird element of control over her viewers and moderators.
Oh, yes.
Where she has said that she has watched them go into other chats. That is just flat out creepy to me.
She's not the only creator that's doing that and publicly shaming her viewers for doing so. There's other creators out there screenshotting people
absolutely.
in other chats, so where like they can't just go and where they want and say what they want.
That's right. And I think
like a hostage situation.
A hostage situation, yeah. I think it greatly depends too on the creator. Not all of the creators in the community they have followings, but they don't have like these diehard fans. And you'll notice that a lot of the drama between creators is caused by people running from chat to chat, starting shit. So in a way, I kind of get why some creators might side-eye somebody.
They can side-eye them all they want, but they need to keep that side-eye in their head and not shame their viewers. You think they're going to keep staying?
Yeah.
They're going to run.
Yeah. Well, and when it comes to like, for example, I guess what she was talking about here was the fallout with Tiffany Marie and 6up. Now, a majority of 6up's subscribers and viewers were Tiffany Marie and AB people. So then when the fallout happened, naturally, the people that came from Tiffany were gonna stay in Tiffany's chat and her memberships and stuff like that. But she didn't want to hear it. I guess they think you have to like take this like loyalty pledge almost. So she's paranoid that people are going to go back and I guess tell Tiffany stuff about her. I don't know. But that's where that whole thing comes from, because there are people like that. They're snakes. They'll play
for
two
sure.
different creators at the same time, knowing that one could absolutely, has done stuff to destroy the other's life, make up lies, like horrible things. So that's
or take a little bit of something that they saw in a chat and didn't understand, but make it up in their own mind of what it must have meant and run back to the creator and say, this is what happened, and this is what they're saying about you.
What they're
totally
saying,
out of context, and it starts
completely
a war.
Something else. Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Who the hell did we just see that with? Purple and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Where they kept going back and forth, and one didn't want anybody.
I think it's still going on.
Is it?
It's
always going on with Purple.
As soon as it's done, it'll be somebody else.
Yeah, like, well, if you're gonna watch that channel, then don't come into my chat.
Right, absolutely. And then everybody, come on over here. I'm calling you out. You got something to say to me? Come on up. I'm unblocking you. Don't say you're blocked. Come up here.
Tell me about myself. And then the second they tell her about herself, she freaking
block them. They get blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so middle school.
What do we have? Yeah, just a couple minutes left.
I saw Pearl bring up just the insinuations in chat.
I can't see chat, and I'm getting bored with this. So,
it'll put you to sleep.
Yeah, she's very monotone and just
yeah. Well, there was a lot of people
to be played at 2 times this week.
A lot of people who didn't see it, and I told them that I would clip all the relevant stuff for them and put it in, because I didn't want to obviously play the whole freaking 6 hours.
Well said, she's killing my vibe
of it, and
can't do this.
There was a reason why she made it private. I guess there's stuff in there that isn't supposed to be made
We're
public.
doing it for you guys.
And can we just say thank you to all of the people that went and subscribed to us?
Oh my God. Have you guys seen? We get a community tab.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody that subscribed, everybody that told somebody else about us or shared. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing to me, was the community tab. Like, I never cared about how many subscribers there were. I guess a lot of people, their milestone is 1,000 because they want to be monetized, and we will never be monetized because, first of all, there's no way you could split it, and with taxes it would be an absolute nightmare. Secondly, nobody can buy us. I don't want to be bought. I don't want to feel like we have loyalties to anybody in particular, because that creates situations where
Google can't even buy us.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like we have to keep certain people around because they're financial contributors, or we can't talk about certain subjects because we might anger somebody else. So get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Not gonna happen. I'm an equal opportunity hater. I don't give a shit who you are, how much.
I hate him, everyone.
If you put out some nonsense, we're gonna talk about it.
Right. So, yeah, nobody's getting bought off. However, Nightbot. Is Nightbot even on? That loser. Has anybody seen Nightbot?
Nightbot, are you awake?
Let me scroll up here. I wasn't even watching chat. Anyway, Nightbot has learned some... Is he
Nightbot's in there?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up chat on my phone. It's easier to do it this way than in there. Where the hell is our live? Yeah, Nightbot. I taught him some cool tricks. Hold on. What is the name of this? Why can I not find it? We are live yet. Yep. Tangeray is back. Sorry, I hate when there's dead space here.
Welcome back, Tanga.
Where is your video live? Why can I not find it?
I would help you, but I don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking for our. Okay, there it is. On my phone. All right. Yeah, I want to show off Nightbox.
That's why I couldn't find it. It was on your phone.
Okay. Let's see who's all in here.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Okay, I want to, because it is standard in my family. This is how we greet people. I will greet Jackie. There we go. Come on, Nightbot.
Aww.
So, and I do realize that everybody's time and effort is worth something. So, you could put in the command ! And the name of your favorite jerk. And it'll pull up either their Cash App or their favorite charity. For instance, let's do Lolita.
There you go, and now you'll see that her favorite charity,
yes, is Ernesto's Sanctuary. It is a cat sanctuary in Syria. They pull cats out of war zones, and it's beautiful. Check it out. I don't want anybody's money, but if you feel inclined, give to Ernesto's, the Aleppo Catmen. Then we have Eliza. And we have, who else is here? Tanga Ray. I don't think you gave me yours yet. We have Pearl. Opal. I don't think the Watcher gave me hers yet either. I don't remember.
I think she did.
Did she?
I thought she did.
I'm gonna have to get.
You might have to go back for it.
Yeah, because I may not have
programmed it.
Put it in yet. And then Harley. Am I forgetting anybody?
I don't think so. Oh,
Buttercup.
Lord.
Buttercup. Oh, Buttercup. Yes.
You jerks.
Buttercup. Yeah, Tanga, give me that.
We have so many jerks.
Yeah.
I've heard the rumors.
Have you heard the rumors?
Oh, Bugsy, too. Bugsy. Bugsy. And there's Bugsies.
And then you can also type in exclamation point, quote, and get some kind of inspirational quote. Maybe.
We should be updating those soon, right?
Supposed to drop those. Oh, hey, Breege. He's supposed to drop those, I think, every 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Those are words to live by. Words to live by. Yeah, cracking asses. That's my freaking cat. She's meowing at something outside. She wants to eat a bird or something. Actually, no, I think it's something, there's like a bug crawling around on the outside of the screen and she wants to eat it. And that's not healthy, so she can't. So, all right, before we wrap up, does anybody else want to get anything else off their chests? I think we lost most people when just the receipts did her premiere to show the receipt, so that's fine. I know a lot of people wanted to see that. Not that they didn't believe it, but just I myself wanted to see the context used and the words used.
Right.
And I don't want to show it here yet.
Right. No.
I'll wait till later.
Right.
Can I quickly mention? I've noticed with the community there's just so much drama going around, and everyone is just jumping on everyone and panels and all that. I think everyone really needs to calm down. You know, we all should take one day at a time. We all live once and enjoy life. We don't need to be so negative, you know, and I guess that's why we come on and talk and, you know, try to have a bit of a laugh, because the past couple of days has been so much negativity. And I feel like everyone should just let things go. Stop holding or, you know, holding on to the past or carrying on with things that have happened a long time ago. Just let it go.
Right.
It just seems like it's just, I don't know, like, it's just really got into me in the past couple of days. I had to switch off because it was like, come on, we're all women, we're all mothers, grandmothers, you know, we're all, you know, we've all got problems in life. You know, everyone's got health problems, everyone's got issues with their family, or everyone's got some type of problem. And we know that. But, you know, we're here to enjoy it online. We're here to, you know, we come here to, you know, take a load off, have fun, enjoy it. You know, we need to stop with that negativity that's going around. Sorry, I had to mention it because that's been bothering me the past few days.
No, you're right. And there's nothing anybody can do to change anything that happened in the past anyway. I mean, I guess
so many things happen, and it just seems like everyone holds on to everything and everyone. And
it's gotten crazy with the call somebody out, they come answer, then there's an answer back, and then on the other channel there's an answer back and an answer back, and it's endless. Just don't answer back. Tell them to kick rocks. Just kick rocks.
It'll give you never-ending nervous gas. Ass cracking acid.
Yes.
I love that girl.
Nobody wants the nervous gas involved. Come on now.
Yeah, definitely.
But it'll continue.
It will continue.
It'll go on, and we'll be here. We're here for it. So
yeah, we'll bring it to you guys. We'll give you our take on it.
We'll be here.
Like it or not.
Fuck your feelings.
All day. Go fund yourself.
I love that one.
Alrighty, this too shall pass. It might pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass.
Are we ready to get out of here for the night?
Yeah, I think so. I got some stuff I got to do here. So, everybody, if you want to see those receipts, head over to Just the Receipt.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night, ladies.
Night, and morning.